And welcome back to Sports Weekly on IEMG. I'm your host, Pep Fernandez. Now, we just had National Signing Day, and we love it when our local athletes sign to go play at the next level in college, especially when they keep it local, so we get to cover them for a bunch more years, and that includes Aquinas quarterback Dre Robles. Dre is taking his talents to the University of Redlands. The Aquinas quarterback, who is also a CIF Southern Section champion. He was all CIF, and now he's headed to the Bulldogs. And very excited to see him out there the next several years. In fact, there's been a great pipeline of local players going to the U of R. In fact, their starting running back last season, Andrew Kellstrom, is an Aquinas guy himself. We had a chance to catch up with Dre Robles to talk about his decision to take his talents to the University of Redlands, why he chose to stay close to home, and just getting the chance and being prepared to play at the college level. So here is our exclusive interview with Aquinas quarterback Dre Robles talking about his decision to play for the University of Redlands Bulldogs. And now join us here on the show. He is the quarterback of the Aquinas Falcons, but pretty soon he will be the quarterback for the University of Redlands Bulldogs. Dre Robles deciding to sign with the U of R. And first off, Dre, congratulations, man. We cover the Bulldogs. We cover them pretty hard, so we're excited to cover you for a bunch of more seasons. What was it about the U of R? Was it staying close to home? I know they've got they're great coaches, but they're also just great humans, man. They are great people over there at the U of R. But what was it about the Bulldogs program that you like so much?
Thank you, Pep. I appreciate it. It's just a great program. It's a great school, a great academic school. I love what the coaches talk to me about their program and what they value when coaching an athlete and when developing a man to when he goes into real world situations, how he handles it and how it's not a religion based school, but they do value morals and I really just appreciate and value the same values that they do. And I feel like they could help me be the best student, the best athlete, and the best man I can be.
And listen, man, I know the U of R guys, they love the Aquinas players because they're hard-nosed players. They're going to give 110%. And Andrew Kellstrom, an Aquinas guy, was starting running back for the Bulldogs this past season. As you transition from high school to college football, what are some areas that you feel like that maybe you can still grow and improve as a quarterback?
Well, there is a difference going from high school to college. This offseason, I'm just working on getting faster, becoming more of a dual threat quarterback. I feel like I showcased that more this past senior season, but I would continue to like to grow in that. And also my timing, just getting used to the faster guys in college ball. And we have some great receivers at Aquinas, but it's a higher level now. So I do have to continue to develop and be the best athlete I could be in all aspects. I could always improve on my accuracy, my timing, my footwork, reads. But I also really like that the Aquinas playbook was similar to Redlands, so it'll be a pretty good transition.
Yeah, the U of R Division III, the SCIAC conference, man, that is good football. There's some really good football players. That is a good level of football, and the games are always very exciting. Let me go back to Aquinas real quick. You win a CIF championship. You're all CIF. Looking back on your high school career, I know you were a transfer into Aquinas, but man, when you look back at your career, what are some of the memories, the things that are going to stick out to you putting on that Aquinas uniform? Because you had a lot of great moments, man. You won a lot of big games. You won a championship. There was a lot of great things that happened.
Yeah, the whole experience from the first day, and I did have my last game this season, but I still have a lot more memories to make at Aquinas. A lot of them were made during football. A lot of them were made off the field with friends, people who I met. There are some great people at Aquinas. It's a great community. But some of the best experiences were, of course, winning CIF, playing in a state game. And then something I really enjoyed was just being part of a brotherhood, partaking in things like a camp week. Camp week was really, I don't know if you know much about it, but really big thing out of Aquinas. And, I value that a lot, especially this past this past camp week, it was a lot more difficult. It was the toughest one I went through, and it made me, it made me not second guess what I'm doing, but it made me realize like what's my purpose,
Hmm.
for football and for school and what I want to get out of it. And I feel like that was my motivation. Camp week really tested me, and it made me realize who I am in difficult moments.
Well, Dre, listen, I think the world of Coach Brusig, Coach Agno, all the guys at Aquinas. How do you think they helped prepare you to be ready to take your game to the next level, to play at the college football level?
I think they prepared me in a lot of levels that will help me be successful in all aspects in life, whether it came to schooling, to football, and my religion as well. With school, they selected me as a captain, so I had to set an example for my team on how to execute, not just on the field, but in the classroom as well. Being responsible, being in class on time, uh, wearing the right dress code, acting how you're supposed to be acting in class, participating with the teacher. On the football field, they expected a lot out of me. They pushed me past my limits. They showed that you could do whatever you put your mind to do. The mind is something very powerful. I'm not the tallest, I'm not the biggest, I'm not the fastest, but they built a work ethic in me that I could get any job done, and I'm very thankful for that. They were very tough. Um, and they built men. They build men, and Coach Brusick, he always said how he wanted to build Navy SEALs, and I think that kind of gives you an idea of how intense the training is and how demanding everything is at Aquinas.
That's awesome. Coach Brusig, he's the best. Dre, last question for you is, when you first got to Aquinas, did you feel like you had something to prove? And then do you feel that same way now going to the U of R, stepping in as a freshman for the Bulldogs and trying to compete for playing time and all that stuff? Do you feel like, man, I kind of got to prove myself all over again. These guys don't know who I am and what I can do. Like, I got to go in there and, again, earn everything, I deserve.
Right. So going into Aquinas, they have a tradition, and the tradition is not basic. I mean, winning league is just mandatory. Like it's not an option. We strive to go to state every year. Coach Brusick has won 3, 4 CIFs in the past 6, 7 years. So going to CIF, it means a lot, and that's something we always strive for. So coming from my previous school, it was something I wasn't used to, but I adapted to it very easily. Coach Brusick, his energy is contagious, and I bought into the program, and I had faith in him. And I through playing for Coach Brusick, I learned to set high expectations for myself, and just do the best job that I can. And going into Redlands, yeah, I'm gonna be a freshman all over again. I'm gonna have to compete and earn my spot on the team and earn their respect. But I'm looking forward to it. I I have a strong feeling um, that I can show Redlands what I am capable of, and I trust that the coaches that they're gonna they're giving me the opportunity to go play for the program. So in return, I'm gonna give my best efforts to be the best student athlete I can for them.
Well, I can tell you this, Dre, playing for Coach Brusig, playing for Aquinas and that great coaching staff, you will be ready. I can guarantee you that. You will be ready to take that next step and play at the U of R at Ted Runner Stadium. Dre, listen, congratulations to you and your family, man, playing college football and having your family there on signing day and all that, man. That is such a special day and such a special feeling. So the good news is we're going to see you a lot more. We're going to see you out there at Ted Runner Stadium playing for the Bulldogs, man. So congratulations.
Yes, sir. It really is a blessing being able to go to a great academic school and a great football program. It's close to home. It's only about 30 minutes, 40 minutes. So I'd be close to home, have my family come out to my games, and but I also be doing my own thing. I will be dorming there, and so give me some independence.
Yeah.
Focus on what I have to do, and it'll be fun. But I really am blessed. God gave me this opportunity, and for all the support and love, my coaches, my family, my friends, what they all always supported me. And I had to sacrifice a lot of time with them in order to get where I am at today, but they're still very supportive, and I'm very thankful for that.
Yeah, great family. It sounds like very supportive to help you reach your goals, especially on the football gridiron. Dre, congratulations, man. We appreciate you hopping on, and best of luck this upcoming season with the Bulldogs, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you. I appreciate it, Pep.
You got it. That's Aquinas quarterback Dre Robles joining us here on the show. And a big thanks to Dre Robles for that interview. That's going to do it for this edition of Sports Weekly on IEMG. In order to not miss the next episode, make sure you subscribe to the IE Media Group YouTube channel. My name is Pep Fernandez, and we'll see you next time.